Some of the most fascinating projects start with a question that seems, well, almost impossible to answer at first. Today, we're going to dive into the story of Reborn Japan, an organization whose motivation is this beautiful, inspiring puzzle. Okay, so it all starts here with a really simple, heartfelt reason: a love for a specific place in Japan, Yamaguchi Prefecture. I mean, that's a perfectly good reason to start a community project, right? But just hold that thought for a second, because there's another piece to this. And there it is, the second motivation, which seems to come completely out of left field: a huge grand dream for Indonesia. So how on earth do these two ideas even connect? That is the big question we're going to unpack today. What is the invisible thread that ties a local Japanese community project to this global ambition to, quote, cultivate heroes? The answer, it turns out, reveals a really powerful idea about value, about waste, and about human potential. So here's the thinking. The founder figured that to make the big dream for Indonesia a reality, they first needed to build a real track record, a history of contribution, right there in Yamaguchi. But they also knew something absolutely crucial. A dream this big, it's impossible to do alone. You need a community. And that brings us to the core problem Reborn Japan is trying to solve. It's a problem that's rooted in this incredibly powerful Japanese cultural concept. And believe me, it's about so much more than just throwing stuff away. The word is mottainai. Now, this isn't just about being wasteful. It's this deep cultural feeling of regret when something valuable is lost or isn't used to its full potential. It's that pang you feel when you see good food being thrown out or a beautiful old building being demolished. And here's the key insight from Reborn Japan. Mottainai isn't just one problem, it's two. On one hand, you've got wasted things, like these absolutely stunning kimonos that just end up sitting in closets, never worn. But on the other hand, you have wasted human potential. The amazing skills of retirees or people with disabilities who often don't get many chances to contribute. So you've got these two big problems: wasted things and wasted talent. Reborn Japan's brilliant idea is that these aren't two separate issues at all. They're actually two halves of a single solution. And this is their core formula. It's so simple and elegant, isn't it? By taking things that are being thrown away and connecting them with people whose potential is being overlooked, you can create something completely new. You solve both problems at once and generate brand new value for the whole community. This idea is captured perfectly in their logo. You can see the familiar recycling symbol, but right at its heart is a Mizuhiki ribbon knot. In Japan, Mizuhiki are these traditional, beautiful cords used for gifts, and they symbolize connection, the binding of people and hearts together. The name itself is just as deliberate. Re stands for all the key actions: recycle things, rediscover potential, reduce waste, and take responsibility for the future. Born is all about creating something fresh and letting people's unique skills shine. And it all comes together with that idea of the ribbon, connecting everything and everyone. Okay, so that's the philosophy, and it's a powerful one. But how do you actually turn a concept like that into action? Let's take a look at their tangible plan for making it all happen. They've laid it all out in this super clear 4-step cycle. First, you recycle. You turn that waste into new products. That directly leads to step 2, rediscover. You give the people who make these new things a real sense of purpose and an economic role. The profits from that then get put back into society. That's reduction, or giving back. And it all leads to the final goal: responsibility, building a truly sustainable circular society for the future. And they are already putting this philosophy into motion in really cool ways. Take this, for example. They organized a community event called A Day to Express Gratitude. This wasn't just some party. It was a free festival meant to bring families together. With hands-on stuff like craft workshops and letter writing stations, they're actively strengthening those community bonds and creating a space where everyone feels like they can contribute. And their approach isn't just about traditional festivals either. They've also organized more creative outreach, like this Forest of Light event at a glamping resort. I mean, it's an experience combining music, food, and this beautiful, symbolic act of sending light balloon boats with your dreams and hopes into the night. This is about creating shared memories, a sense of collective purpose, another critical piece of their community building puzzle. Their involvement also goes deep into local traditions, like this super popular railway festival. By getting involved in such a diverse range of community events, they aren't just promoting their mission, they're actually weaving it directly into the fabric of the region. They're building trust and showing people firsthand what's possible when you connect untapped resources with untapped talent. So, here's the crucial point. All of this local work, these festivals, these workshops, it's all building that foundation we talked about at the very beginning. Each one is like a proof of concept, showing that their model of connecting people and things actually works. And it's this on-the-ground success that's going to power their much bigger global vision. And they have a really clear roadmap. You can see their plans for 2026, officially becoming a nonprofit organization, continuing their great local work with the Railway Festival, and then they're making a huge leap. They're planning to exhibit at the Japan Expo in Paris. This is a massive international event celebrating Japanese culture. It is the perfect stage to take this idea of turning multinai into new value and share it with the entire world. This is how that love for Yamaguchi starts to connect to the dream for Indonesia and even beyond. And that leaves us with this final, really powerful thought from their mission. It's a reminder that every big dream, every global ambition has to start somewhere. It might just be a simple love for your hometown, a feeling of regret over waste, or a simple idea to connect two problems to create one solution. So it makes you wonder, right? What small trigger in your own world could be the start of a big dream?